Devolution by Max Brooks. Fantastic. What a great read. Look, this is a story that is more social commentary than I think we knew we were signing up for when you pick up the novel. It's a story of a bunch of people from Portland or Silicon Valley who decide that they would like to live with all the modern conveniences that we as Americans feel owed, and the most ethical ways to do it, you know, solar powers, geo heating, and well, that was a spider. And they want to do it in nature. They want to do it hours away from civilization so they can have both benefits. But this book, I don't know if Max has spent a ton of time in Portland and has problems with these people, or if he is just using them as a symbol for our modern complacency because they are so intelligent and so well-meaning and so misinformed on how to function. So the thrust of the book, you sign up for a Bigfoot novel, but what you're really going to get for the majority of the story is survival on no skills, no rations, and people having to become better versions of themselves. The naivete that they have to work through, especially our protagonist, Katie, the story is like World War Z, but just one novel instead of a bunch of different things. One story, essentially. And Katie gets to the mountain, and the first thing she sees is a couple of hummingbirds poking at each other, and she goes, "They're kissing," and that's adorable. Then, the second we get some strife, she goes back out on that hike, she sees the hummingbirds again. You know what? They're trying to kill each other. So there you go. Our commentary, our thesis, right there in a nutshell. We have to sit through a lot of cycles in the first half of the book of the characters refusing to accept that nature is not a Disney movie. And it's a big, frustrating thing. I could have seen myself putting down the book if they had done the cycle a fourth time of introducing a very obvious threat and then most of the characters serving their role of saying, here's why my character type of a modern person would refuse that information. But the sooner they accept the danger they're in, the sooner they take things practically and come to terms with it, then we get the real thrust of seeing what humans are like, what humans can be like when we stop being brains on stalks, when we start acknowledging that we are animals too. The big feet are awesome. They're scary. I am not a child of the 70s or 80s, so Bigfoot was never my dude, but they do an excellent job introducing this as a viable concept, this animal, and that's what this is. It's a very hyper-intelligent animal. You're going to love a character named Mostar. You're going to want her to adopt you. You're going to want to become better because she can make you better even if she has to hit you a few times, and that's fine. It's supposedly already auctioned off as a movie, and I think that's fantastic. I hope we get to see some physical effects to bring these guys to life. Guys, it's funny, it's scary, it made me reflect on how prepared I am, and really what more could you ask for from a book other than making you assess yourself while having some scares and laughs. Max Brooks does it again. I hope we get a Bigfoot craze, but not as big as the zombie one. That was exhausting.